Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Audio video is clear to all. Quickly tell me. Let's go ahead and then start our class. Quickly tell me, is the audio video clear to all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How many of you practiced question answers yesterday? How many of you practiced question answers yesterday? After the class, how many of you did practice question answers? Please tell me. कल क्वेश्चन आंसर प्रैक्टिस किया सब बच्चों ने? Chalo everyone, join quickly. Join everyone. We'll start the class. Good morning everyone. Very good. People who did question answers, very good. Chalo, we were done with 5 days. Today is the 6th day. People who attended regularly with me and solved question answer. How do you feel now? You feel good that, okay, almost 70%, 80% of the IDT syllabus is done. Kriti says, Radhe, Kriti. Mom say, good morning, everyone. Good morning, people. Mukul, good morning. So, people who practiced 5 days question answers, how do you feel? You feel better that you are done with 70 to 80%? Yes, feeling confident. Very good. Yes, everyone says the same thing. See, Chalo, let's go ahead and get it started. We'll move now to the next chapter. Yes. People who went ahead and solved, yes, very good. People who solved question answers, yes. Very good. People who are solving question answers, very good. Much better, sir. More effective. Yes, it is very effective. See, I can't practice question answers on your behalf. Otherwise, I would have done it, correct? You only have to do the practice. Confidence has increased. Yes, everyone who is solving question answers, I believe, I'm telling you, out of all the students who are attending, only 10 to 15% students are practicing question answers. And Baba, you will see in your exam, those students only will go ahead and score good. People who are not practicing question answer, if luck is very good, then you might score, otherwise you will not score. So please remember my point. If you're practicing question answers, only then you will be able to score in the exam. Chalo, let's go ahead and get it started, everyone. Is everyone ready? Ready, everyone. Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead and get it started? Yes, let's go ahead and get it started, everyone. Let's get it started. Let's go, everyone. All right. Now let's go ahead and move to the next chapter. The next chapter which is there is the chapter of appeals and revision. This time, I believe more than demand and recovery, appeals ka chapter will be, I can say, B plus graded. More than demand and recovery, high chances of appeals and revision is to come in the exam, because appeals and revision may some small amendments are there. Out of that, 1 or 2 amendments are good, and we should remember it for the exam. Okay, everyone. Chalo, let's go ahead and get it started, everyone. Appeals and revision. I had gone ahead and told you what is the linking of appeals and revision, everyone. Listen. You remember officer did scrutiny. Yes, sir, he did scrutiny. After that, he went ahead and told me that this is the discrepancy. I went ahead and accepted and closed the case, then no problem. But if I gave explanation, he liked the explanation, then no problem. He does not like the explanation, then the officer generally gets audit done, special audit done, inspection, search, seizure done. But it is not mandatory that audit, special audit, inspection, search and seizure will happen. No. If officer wants directly, if he has evidences that you have gone ahead and done you have not paid the taxes, he can go ahead and issue show cause notice, and then a demand order can be issued to you. Or after going ahead and getting this done also, he can go ahead and issue a show cause notice and then a demand order. Now, once a show cause notice and a demand order, later a demand order has been issued, remember, demand should always be paid within 3 months. If you pay within 3 months, very good. If you don't pay within 3 months, after 3 months recovery will start. Done. Lekin within 3 months, if you don't want to pay, you have another choice that you can go for a appeal. And here comes the chapter of appeals and revision. Please come to the chapter of appeals and revision, everyone. See, appeals and revision. Appeals and revision, always remember one thing. Listen. Appeals and revision. One, there is an adjudicating authority. Okay? Adjudicating authority passes an adjudication order. Against the adjudication order, whenever you want to go ahead and fight, you have to go to the appellate authority. Okay, sir? Sir, what do you mean by adjudicating authority? Adjudicating authority, normally your GST officers who are there are known as adjudicating authority, like your assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner. All these people are whom? Adjudicating authority, who are going to pass the order. Once they pass the order, that's called adjudication order. Done. Or order in original. Remember this point, that is known as adjudication order or an order in original. Okay, sir? Adjudication authority passes an order which is adjudication order. Against the adjudication order, you go to the appellate authority and file for an appeal. Now, appellate authority, when they will go ahead and pass their order, that is known as order in appeal. Done, sir? Against an adjudication order, see, always remember one thing, against an adjudication order, you went to the appellate authority, or department can go to the appellate authority. If department misses, only for the department, if department does not go to the appellate authority within 6 months, but department knows there is something which they have gone ahead and missed, they should have gone for the appeal, but appeal ka time is gone, then baba, lower rank officer ka, junior ka, senior can go ahead and revise the order and pass a revisional order. Revisionary authorities come over here, and revisionary authority can go ahead and revise the order. Once the order has been given by these people, then you can go for the appellate tribunal which is there. Appellate tribunal may we have the principal bench and we have the state bench over here. If you guys go ahead and see both the benches which are being told, one is the principal bench, one is the state bench. Yes, sir. Now, if principal bench passes the order, you have to directly go to the Supreme Court. If state bench passes the order, you have to first go to the High Court and then you have to go to the Supreme Court. Done, sir. Always remember, the original order is known as order in original. After that, whichever orders are being passed, those are known as orders in appeal. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, everyone over here, the same flow I've gone ahead and written over here. Let's go ahead and start quickly revising, everyone. Adjudicating authority. Who is an adjudicating authority? Any authority which is appointed under GST to go ahead and pass an order or a decision under this act is known as an adjudicating authority. Done, sir? And it does not include, who is not included in adjudicating authority? CAARC. What you can do? No, you can go to your, 1 minute, everyone. I'll go ahead and download Smart also. We need Smart over here. Just give me a minute. We'll download Smart. I hope all of you have gone ahead and downloaded Smart. If you have not downloaded Smart, Baba, Smart PDF completely amended and updated for your May 25 Smart Book ka complete amended PDF is available in free resources. You can go ahead and download it from there. Okay, sir. Done, sir. We'll go ahead and download. If we need, we'll download. Done, sir. Just give me a minute. Appeals and revision here. Ha. Sir, who are the people who are not adjudicating authority? This point you should always remember for your exam also. Who are the people? Adjudicating authority means any authority who has been appointed to go ahead and pass an order is known as an adjudicating authority. Any authority which has been appointed to go ahead and pass an order under the GST Act is known as adjudicating authority, who will pass the adjudication order. Done. Sir, who are the people who are not adjudicating authority? I have told you it is CAA. RC. What do you mean by C, everyone? C means the CBIC. CBIC ka orders are not adjudication order. A for, sir, advance ruling or appellate authority for advance ruling. Their orders are not adjudication order. ठीक है sir. Again A. Again A means appellate authority or appellate tribunal. Appellate authority or appellate tribunal. R for revisionary authority and C for Competition Commission of India. Always remember one thing, these people are not adjudicating authority and their orders are not orders in original. Basically their orders are not adjudication order. Done sir, this point is clear. Everyone over here now. The next one. So whenever an adjudicating authority will pass an order, that's known as adjudication order, which is order in original. Against an adjudication order, whoever is aggrieved. So if the taxpayer is aggrieved, appeal can be filed by any person, that is the taxpayer or the taxable person, or appeal can be filed by the department itself, which is known as departmental appeal, which is known as what, everyone? Departmental appeal. Done sir. Now if you are going for an appeal, you should go within 3 months plus 1 month ka delay can be condoned. We'll do one thing, we'll study from the amended chart which is there. Okay, because small amendment is there, so I'm doing it from the amended chart. So whoever is aggrieved, whether the taxpayer is aggrieved or the taxable person is aggrieved or the department itself is aggrieved, you can go for the appeal. Taxpayer should go within 3 months plus 1 month or delay can be condoned. Sir, department, if it is going, department ka case mein, supposingly the adjudicating authority went ahead and passed the order and department itself is aggrieved that its own officer has gone ahead and done something wrong, then department can go for an appeal. That is called review application or departmental appeal. Department ka commissioner on his own motion, or might be the SGST or UTGST officer has gone ahead and told the CGST ka commissioner, hey, because your officer went ahead and passed an order, we also incurred a loss. Baba, I hope you guys remember cross empowerment. One GST officer will always be on me. That GST officer who is on me, basically he is known as my jurisdictional officer, and that officer who is sitting on me, basically on any order to be passed against me, this officer will go ahead and pass, and this officer is known as my jurisdictional officer. This officer, when he passes an order, he will pass the order with respect to CGST also, and he will pass the order with respect to SGST also. If he is a CGST officer, the CGST as well as SGST, both ka order will be passed by him. Basically, all the officers are cross-empowered. If they are CGST officer and passing the order, they are cross-empowered to go ahead and collect the SGST ka order also. They will pass and collect the SGST amount also and later remit it to the state government. Now here, my CGST officer went ahead and passed the order and he did something wrong. Then Baba, SGST department will also have a loss. So SGST ka commissioner can go ahead and tell the CGST commissioner, because of your officer, we also have a loss. So here, the commissioner of CGST can go ahead on his own motion or on a request from the SGST or UTGST commissioner, examine the records of any proceeding in which the adjudicating authority, proper officer has passed an order to satisfy about the legality or the propriety of the decision. Legality means whether the decision is legal, and the propriety means whether the GST officer has acted as if he was a proprietor and passed the order, and then they can direct their subordinate to go within 6 months plus 1 month. Now here we go in APL 01 and they go in APL 03. When we go for an appeal to the appellate authority, we have to go ahead and deposit. We have to go ahead and deposit whatever we admit, that admitted amount 100%, and whatever admitted amount ka 100% of the tax, interest and penalty or fine, and disputed amount ka 10% we have to go ahead and pay under the CGST Act. Always remember, tax in dispute ka 10% we have to go ahead and pay, but maximum pre-deposit is only 25 crore rupees, which is there. Remaining amount which you have not paid, they will go ahead and say we will temporarily go ahead and stay it. But department, there is no pre-deposit which is there. Always remember, if you are going ahead and against an appeal for an order under section number 129, then the pre-deposit is 25% of the penalty. Baba, under section number 129, basically you are going on the way, department stopped you, they went ahead and saw no invoice or might be no e-way bill has been generated, then your goods will be seized and one penalty order will be passed against you. That penalty order, if you are going for an appeal, then Baba, remember, it is 25% which is there, 25% of the penalty order come out, you have to go ahead and file, you have to go ahead and pay, only then appeal will be admitted and the appeal goes to the appellate authority. I hope everyone is clear till here. Done, sir? This point is clear. When appeal goes to the appellate authority will do what, sir? They will go ahead and pass an order which is known as order in appeal, and a summary of the order will be uploaded in APL 04. Nothing, Baba. Either the appellate authority will go ahead and confirm the original order which was given, or they will modify, or they will cancel the original order. Within how much time, sir? Within 1 year. That is the recommended time limit, not mandatory time limit. And no order requiring the applicant shall be passed without giving a show cause notice. Whenever they go ahead and pass an order, appellate authorities also go ahead and pass an order, then they will go ahead and give you an opportunity of being heard. Now here they have gone ahead and told, once you have gone ahead and filed an appeal, always remember one thing, appeal may be withdrawn within 1 week not within 1 week, may be withdrawn anytime before the issuance of show cause notice, means they have gone ahead and issued you show cause notice, or before the appellate authority goes ahead and passes the order, whichever is earlier. You can go ahead and file APL 01 or department can file APL 0. You can file APL 01W or department can file APL 03W and the appeal can be withdrawn. Done, sir? This point is clear. Everyone, always remember one thing. If you have gone ahead and filed an appeal, admitted amount you paid 100%. Tax in dispute, you will go ahead and pay 10% of the under CGST and 10% under GST. Under CGST, 10% maximum, it can be 25 crore. And sir, under SGST, it can be 25 crore. Done, sir? This point is clear. Always remember one thing. If later, Baba, make this change over here. Now, the ICI material, you will go ahead and see the ICI had gone ahead and issued one question, I believe, wherein they had gone ahead and taken the interest whenever pre-deposit or any interest is being refunded, which is basically of an appeal ka order, then you will get interest not 6%, 9% over here. Done, sir? Pre-deposit, whenever it is refunded, it is from the date of payment till the date of refund, you will get 9% interest on the refund. Done, sir? This point is clear. Now, sir, who are appellate authorities over here? This is just for your knowledge. You can read once, not very important from exam point of view. If order was passed by Deputy Commissioner, Assistant Commissioner or Superintendent, the higher authority, Joint Commissioner Appeals will go ahead and hear the appeal. If Additional Commissioner or Joint Commissioner, the Commissioner Appeal will go ahead and hear the appeal. What did we learn till now, everyone? Listen to me very carefully. We went ahead and learned one is the Adjudicating Authority. Adjudicating Authority passes an adjudication order. Against the adjudication order, either the taxpayer or the taxable person or the taxpayer, whoever it is other than department. Sir, one is the department, one is all other people who are there. You have to go within 3 months plus 1 month. Department will go within 6 months plus 1 month. Okay, everyone? When you are going, you have to file APL 01. Department will file APL 03. Okay? When you are going, you have to pay pre-deposit. Whatever you admit, tax, interest, penalty, everything has to be paid. Whatever you have not admitted, that is called the tax in dispute. Tax in dispute ka 10% has to be paid. Only tax in dispute ka 10% has to be paid. Yes, sir, 10% has to be paid, or it can be maximum 25 crore rupees, which is there under the CGST Act. Pre-deposit, whenever it is refunded, you will get 9% interest, which is there. And sir, your appeal will go to the appellate authority. Done, sir? Appellate authority ke paas appeal will go and they will go ahead and pass an order. Done, sir? This point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. If department, against the department ka officer only wants to go for an appeal, it should go within 6 months plus 1 month ka condonation. You take 6 months. Now if department does not go for an appeal within 6 months, then they are going ahead and telling, hey, where is it? Where are we? Ayo. If department does not go for an appeal within 6 months, if department does not go for an appeal within 6 months, then, Baba, what will happen? Supposingly, department ka, the adjudicating authority went ahead and passed an order wherein the adjudicating authority did not go ahead and demand 500 crore, they demanded only 5 crore. Adjudicating authority went ahead and did something wrong. They did not go ahead and pass an order of 500 crore. They only passed an order of 5 crore. Here department is aggrieved, but department did not notice and the time limit to file an appeal is gone. Do you think the department will leave its money? No. Department see, if you don't file an appeal within 3 months, gone. Nothing can be done. But if department does not file an appeal within 6 months, then department ka junior ka order can be revised by the senior order. Junior ka order can be revised by the senior, and that's called revisionary authority will revise the order. So sir, if department does not file an appeal within 6 months, then revisionary authority can go ahead and revise an order, and that is what is being told. If order is passed by a subordinate below the revisionary authority on its own motion, if revisionary authority wants, senior if they want on their own motion, or upon information received by him, whenever they receive an information, or they are going ahead and telling on request from the SGST or UTGST commissioner, they can call and examine the records, and on examination, if the revisionary authority found that the erroneous order has been passed, which is prejudicial, means against the revenue ka interest, or it is illegal, improper, material facts were not being considered, or it is in consequence of the observation by the C&AG, that is basically Baba, C&AG did department ka audit and C&AG pointed out that there is something fishy, then the revisionary authority junior ka order can be stayed by the revisionary authority, and they will give opportunity of being heard to both the parties. Basically, they will call the department officer, they will call you, they will go ahead and discuss with you. Inquiries will be done over here, and then pass a revisional order as they think just and proper. Not discuss with you, they will go ahead and do the proceedings, and they will pass the order. Either they will enhance the amount, or they will modify, or they might go ahead and cancel the order also. Always remember, junior whichever is there, junior, deputy commissioner, assistant commissioner, superintendent, their senior will go ahead and revise. Sir, again, this junior senior will go ahead and be the revisionary authority which is there. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, here, one small point is there. Whenever you go ahead and file an appeal, Baba, always remember one thing. Whenever you file an appeal, one provisional acknowledgment will be given. Please listen to me very carefully. Whenever you file an appeal in APL 01 or department files in APL 03, online you go ahead and file an appeal. Then one APL 01 acknowledgement will be given to you provisionally. Now, department will go ahead, online department will upload the order. Once department ka officer uploads the order online, adjudication order online, you will go ahead and get a final acknowledgement, and the date it is going over here. When appeal APL 01 is filed, a provisional acknowledgement shall be always issued to you immediately. But that's not a final acknowledgement. Only one final acknowledgement is given. It will be deemed that you have gone ahead and filed the appeal. It says once the order appeal against is uploaded on the portal by the GST department, basically, a final acknowledgement will be given to you indicating the appeal number. And you know what? The date you had filed the provisional acknowledgement, that date will be the date of filing. It says APL 02, and date of issue of provisional acknowledgement will be the date of filing of appeal. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, if order is not uploaded on the portal, supposingly the order was not uploaded on the portal, means department did not go ahead and upload the order, then always remember, appellant shall submit a self-certified copy of the order within 7 days of filing the appeal. The day you have provisionally filed the appeal, within 7 days you have to go ahead and give a self-certified copy of the order. You have to go ahead and provide. If you go ahead and provide within 7 days, the date of provisional acknowledgement will become the date of filing of appeal. But if self-certified copy is not submitted by you within 7 days, means once you have gone ahead and filed the appeal, within 7 days, department did not upload basically, and you also did not go ahead and submit self-certified copy within 7 days, then they are going ahead and telling date of submission of such decision or order, means you submitted after 10 days the order, then the date of submission of the order will be the date of filing of appeal. Not very important, but remember, the day you file an appeal, one provisional acknowledgement is given. Later, once the department uploads the order online, one final acknowledgement will be given, but the date of provisional acknowledgement will be the date of filing of appeal. Done, sir. Once you have gone ahead, the next one over here, sir, once I've gone ahead and filed the appeal, provisional acknowledgement is given. If department does not go ahead and upload the order copy online, then Baba, within 7 days, you should give the self-certified copy. If you give within 7 days, then the date of provisional acknowledgement will become the date of filing. But if you did not give within 7 days, after that you went ahead and gave, the day you give, that day will be the date of filing of appeal, and not the date of provisional acknowledgement. Well, sir, this point is clear. Chalo. Other than this, nothing very important over here. We'll move to the next one. Now, listen to me very carefully. Once the appellate authority passes the order, or once the revisionary authority, once the appellate authority or the revisionary authority passes a revisional order, always remember one thing. If you want against both this order passed by the appellate authority or order passed by the revisionary authority, whoever is aggrieved party, either it is any person or it is the department or other than department, whoever is there, you can go for an appeal. Always remember, you can go for an appeal against the appellate authority or revisionary authority order, and you have to go for an appeal to the GST 80, GST Appellate Tribunal, which is there. I want everyone to tell me, are you guys all with me? Are we all 100% clear till here? Sir, Chris says, sir, let's finish GST today like RCB finish CSK. Arey, I love both RCB and CSK. Don't say this. I love RCB also. I love CSK also. Take everyone over here now. Chalo. Everyone, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. ठीक है. See, Krish, every day can't be your day. Yesterday was RCB ka day. I love RCB. But sometimes it is not their day. Sometimes it can be CSK ka day. Okay, very good, everyone. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Order passed by whoever is the aggrieved. Order passed by the appellate authority or order passed by the revisionary authority. Whoever is aggrieved person can go for an appeal against appellate authority or revisionary authority ka order. They can go for an appeal to the appellate tribunal which is there. Done, sir. This point is clear. हाँ बाबा हाँ. Supposingly, they are telling, sir, revisionary authority went ahead and passed an order. Can department go against that order? Yes, Baba, revisionary authority. What if revisionary authority did something wrong? So they can go for an appeal to the appellate tribunal. Remember, appellate tribunal is of two-tier appellate tribunal. One is the principal bench, which is in Delhi. One is the state bench, which is every state-wise. One is the state-wise benches, and one is the principal bench, which is in Delhi. Okay, sir. Principal bench, one president is there. One judicial member, so two judicial member, one is the president and one more judicial member and two technical member. Technical judicial member who has judiciary ka knowledge, technical member basically one from the center, one from the state, and technical members means who has GST ka knowledge. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now always remember one thing, your case will always go to the principal bench if your case one issue involved relates to place of supply. Sir, if it is not place of supply ka issue, then Baba always remember you should go to the state bench. State bench may also two judicial member, one technical member from the center, one technical member from the state, and they will go ahead and pass their order. Always remember one thing, whenever appellate tribunal wants, they can also go ahead and pass the order, and they will pass the order within 1 year from the date of filing. As far as possible, they will try, and they will also send their copy to everyone in the previously in the chain, basically appellate authorities, adjudicating authority, you, jurisdictional officer, everyone will be sent one copy. Done, sir. Always remember one thing, whenever you are going in and filing for an appeal, I wanted it written over here. People, whatever the green points are there, please mark it and keep. Okay, everyone? Done. You have to go ahead and file for an appeal in APL 05. If department is filing, APL 07. Sir, if I have gone ahead and already filed an appeal, but I want to withdraw the appeal, always remember one thing, appeal ka withdrawal is possible. Yes, sir. APL 05W, you can go ahead and file, and department can file APL 07W. Done, sir. Whenever you file an appeal, any person who files an appeal, against that appeal, the front party who is there, against that appeal, whoever wants to go ahead and file, everyone over here now, whoever wants, they can go ahead and file a memorandum of cross objection. Means, supposing I have filed an appeal, then department against that order, whatever they want to talk, they can go ahead and pass one memorandum of, they can go ahead and file a memorandum of cross objection. Basically, if I have gone ahead and filed an appeal and department wants to talk anything against that, then department can go ahead and file a memorandum of cross objection, which is there. Remember, there is no fees for filing memorandum of cross objection. Always remember, if you are going for an appellate tribunal ko appeal, you should go within 3 months plus 3 months. Department will go within 6 months. Done, sir. What is the fees? I like this point this time. Appellate tribunal ko, whenever you are filing an appeal, what is the fees which is there? For every 1 lakh rupees of tax, penalty, whatever it is, tax, interest, penalty, whatever it is, you have to go ahead and see the total amount which is there. For every 1 lakh, you have to go ahead and pay. For every 1 lakh amount involved, you have to go ahead and pay 1,000 rupees fees, but it can be maximum 25,000 which is there. So for every 1 lakh rupees amount involved, you will have to go ahead and pay how much, everyone? 1,000 rupees ka fees for filing the appeal. But sir, supposing 30 lakh rupees is involved, 30 lakh means 30,000 rupees or 25,000. Here they have gone ahead and told the maximum fees can be only 25,000 which is there. And always remember, the minimum fees is 5,000 rupees. The minimum fees is 5,000 rupees. And here one more point is written, in respect of an order not involving any tax, interest, penalty, fine, fees. Always remember one thing. For an example, one order is there in which it's not a dispute relating to any amount. Then, Baba, if you are filing for an appeal to the appellate tribunal, remember the fees for filing the appeal is 5,000 rupees. You have to go ahead and give the fees, which is 5,000, because amount is not involved, but still they are going ahead and telling we will go ahead and charge 5,000 rupees over here. Done, sir. Sir, what if they don't pass the order? Baba, it's a recommended time limit, not mandatory time limit. Okay, done. Next. Remember one thing, whenever you are going to the appellate tribunal, first you had already gone ahead and given a pre-deposit of 10%. Now you have to go ahead and give additional deposit of 20%. I request all the students, pre-deposit pay one question mandatorily, you must do it and go. In your book, Q&A book, lot of questions are there. One question, you must do it and go. 20% additional pre-deposit and maximum can be 50 crore rupees over here. Total pre-deposit will become 30% and GST. Whenever this pre-deposit is being refunded, you will be given interest at the rate of 9% from the day you had paid the pre-deposit till the date you are given a refund. Done, sir. And appellate tribunal ka discretion is there. If they feel that you have come for time pass over here, any amount which is involved, if in their case the amount involved is up to 50,000 rupees, they can go ahead and reject your case also. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, generally appellate tribunal mein 3 people are there. In any bench, any appeal will always be heard by one judicial member and one technical member. Always, whenever they are hearing or appeal, one judicial member, one technical member. Any appeal involving any amount up to 50 lakh rupees and not involving question of law with president approval can be heard by a bench of single member. Means generally there are 4 members who are there, two judicial member, one technical and one technical member from the center, one technical member from the state. But remember one thing, if they generally always the hearing will be by one technical and one judicial member, not required 4 people, 2 people always. But if the amount involved in your case is up to 50 lakh and there is no question of law, it's factual issues for which you are fighting, then Baba, with the president approval, only one single person also can go ahead and hear your appeal. Please remember this point, everyone. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, once the order has been passed by the revisionary authority, once the order has been passed by the appellate tribunal, against this order, you can go order of the state or area bench. Baba, area bench is no more. You can remember it is only the state bench. When the state bench has gone ahead and passed the order, once the state bench has gone ahead and passed the order, you can go for an appeal. You can go for an appeal to the High Court. Always remember one thing. Again, when you are going for an appeal to the High Court will admit your case only if it involves substantial question of law. Factual issues pe High Court will never admit your case. Done, sir. Appeal should be within 180 days. Appeal should go in APL 08 and appeal will be heard by at least 2 judges, and this point is very, very important. Appeal will be admitted only. See, you had already paid 10% pre-deposit earlier, then 20%, remaining 70%, whatever is the pending amount, you have to go ahead and pay. Only then the High Court will admit your appeal. Department says, Baba, you pay the total amount, then you keep fighting. If you win in the fight, we will go ahead and refund you the amount. Along with interest, we will refund you. Don't worry about it. Okay. And here, refund will be given if by chance you win. Remember, you will be given the amount refund along with 9% under section number 56. And section number 56 says, Baba, remember, pre-deposit, that 10% and 20% when it is refunded, it is refunded under section number 115 if I am not wrong. Then, there the interest rate is 9%, but interest is given from the day you paid the pre-deposit till the date of refund. But, in case of High Court and Supreme Court ka refund, you are given interest under section number 56. And not 115. And section number 56 goes ahead and says, sir, you are not given the interest from the date of payment till the date of refund. Always remember, Supreme Court and High Court ka order will come. Then you will go ahead and file for a refund. Refund application you will give 60 days. If they give you the refund, they will not give you any interest. But if 60 days they don't give you the refund, then after 60 days, they will go ahead and give you interest at the rate of 9%. Please remember this point. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, after High Court, the order, if you want to go for further appeal, you can go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ka time limit as per the Code of Civil Procedure. They will admit only if the High Court says that your case is fit to go to the Supreme Court. Only then Supreme Court will take up your case. Remember, the Supreme Court also admits your case only if the case is only if you have gone ahead and made the full payment, they will go ahead and admit your case. And sir, if you win in the Supreme Court, remember one thing, once the Supreme Court order comes, go ahead and file for a refund of your amount which you have gone ahead and deposited. They will go ahead and give you the refund of the amount which you have gone ahead and deposited along with interest only if they don't refund you within 60 days. If they refund you within 60 days, no interest. After 60 days, they will go ahead and give you the interest at the rate of 9%. Done, sir. This point is clear. There's nothing much which is required to be spoken here. Now, on the left hand side, one small point is there, sir, principal bench. Do you remember? Government of India had gone ahead and handed over all the anti-profiteering cases to the Competition Commission of India. Now government have gone ahead and told that Baba, from 2024, government have gone ahead and handed over all the profiteering wala cases to whom? To the principal bench. It means all the profiteering, profiteering wala case. Basically, if you have gone ahead and done profiteering, all the profiteering, miscellaneous provision chapter may we had learned. If you have gone ahead and done profiteering, then whatever profiteering wala cases are there now will be seen by whom, sir? Principal bench will go ahead and see those cases. Done, sir. This point is clear. Sir, if appellate tribunal passed one order and there's some mistake which is there, then our rectification of mistake can be done within 3 months. Any apparent mistake which is there within a period of 3 months, appellate tribunal can go ahead and rectify it. There is nothing very important over here. Now listen. Which are the orders? We'll go from the beginning, everyone. Tell me one thing. Are we all 100% clear till here? People have to tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Were you able to recall? Yes, sir, we were able to recall. We will go ahead and now quickly cover. Please tell me, are we all 100% clear? Okay, sir, you did not tell this point that appellate tribunal principal bench, if they pass the order, not the national. You can write over here and keep principal bench. Then the order, you have to directly go to the Supreme Court. Done, sir. This point is clear. If order has been passed by the principal bench, then you directly have to go to the Supreme Court. Done, sir. This point is clear. We will remember this now. Now, please come from the beginning. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and continue from the beginning. Remember, there are some orders on against which you can't go for an appeal. Non-appealable order. Non-appealable order. Good luck is very good. They can go ahead and say, sir, which are the orders which are non-appealable? These are orders against which you just have to sit. Against which you just have to sit. As for order of seizure or detention of documents, books, registers which are there, always remember, order of seizure of documents, books, register, etc. You just have to sit. You don't have to do anything. Order sanctioning prosecution. Your prosecution has been sanctioned. They are sending you to jail. Then, Baba, you just have to sit. You can't do anything. No appeal. I for installment facility rejection. You went ahead and told, I want more time to go ahead and pay the demand. Then, Baba, if they don't go ahead and give you more time to pay the demand, or if they don't give you installment facility, you can't go for an appeal. And T for, sir, case transfer orders. If you are going ahead and telling the GST officer, sir, why did the GST officer change for me from this officer? My file was transferred to him. Why? Baba, in this scenario, you can't go for an appeal. That can be nothing that can be done. Remember, these are orders against which you just have to sit. S-I-T. S-S-I-T. Done, sir. This point is clear. Baba, I have also gone ahead and written who are known as the authorized representative. Just for your reading purpose, you can read once. Who are authorized representative? Your relative, your practicing advocate, practicing CSCS, GST practitioner, retired tax officer, who are ineligible for GST authorized representative, basically to represent you, who are ineligible over here. They have told if anyone is dismissed from government service, convicted of an offence under existing law or the GST law which is there, if you are guilty of misconduct, if you are insolvent, then Baba, remember one thing, you are ineligible to be an authorized representative. Yes, sir, we are done with this. Now, always remember one thing, revisionary authority. Revisionary authority related, one small point is there. When can revisionary authority not revise an order? Always remember one thing, a revisionary authority cannot revise an order if revisionary authority shall not revise an order if appeal already filed before appellate authority, appellate tribunal, high court or Supreme Court. Means a revisionary authority, supposingly appeal is already being over here in the appellate authority or appellate tribunal ke paas, appeal is already going on and revisionary authority is telling let me pick up and revise. No, they can't touch the order. Then, sir, this point is clear. Always remember, but if when the order went for appeal in the appellate authority, appellate tribunal, high court or Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, high court, appellate authority or appellate tribunal did not pick up any point and did not go ahead and touch upon any point, that point can be revised by the revisionary authority, and that is what is being told. Any point not raised or decided in any appeal can be revised by the revisionary authority before the expiry of 1 year from the order in appeal. Means once the appellate authority, appellate tribunal ka order has come, from that time within 1 year or within before the expiry of 3 years from the original order, whichever is later. Sir, one more point. So 1 minute. If any order has already gone for an appeal, revisionary authority will not go ahead and touch. Secondly, revisionary authority will not touch unless 6 months has expired, because 6 months stuck, you have the time to go for the appellate authorities which are there. During that time, revisionary authority will not touch. Once 6 months have expired, then revisionary authority will go ahead and pick up your order for revision, but up to 3 years only they can go ahead and revise. So that is what is being told. Period of 6 months has not expired or 3 years have already expired, already taken up for revision, it was picked up but was not revised, you can't pick it up again. And then next, a revisional order, no revision again. Remember one thing, once a revisional order has been passed, the second time revision is not possible. Done, sir? Sir, time spent or period of stay, etc., whichever is there, always remember that is always to be excluded. Nothing very important. This is just for your reading purpose. This is again what is the power of the appellate tribunal. Again, reading, nothing very important. One point which is very, very important over here, which I want to read, but let's come to the amendment booklet and we'll go ahead and go through the amendment booklet and do this. Please come to the amendment booklet, everyone. Appeals and revision ka amendment, let's go ahead and cover. Please come to the amendment booklet. This time I find it very, very important. In your appeals and revision, one point is, sir, now appellate tribunal ka, remember this point everyone, appellate tribunal ka principal bench, appellate tribunal ka principal bench can go ahead and appellate tribunal ka principal bench has been given the power that if they want, not if they want, they have been told that they have to go ahead and basically take care of the profiteering wala cases which are there. Sir, see over here, the government shall on the recommendation of council by notification establish with effect from such date that therein an appellate tribunal known as the GST appellate tribunal for hearing any order which is passed by the appellate authority or revisionary authority. The appellate tribunal will hear which cases? One is appellate authority ka cases, one is revisionary authority ka cases, and another they are telling for appellate tribunal or will do what everyone, conducting an examination or adjudicating the cases which are referred in one section number 171(2), which is basically going ahead and talking about and it will be from a date to be notified, and government have notified I think 1st of April 2022. In your miscellaneous chapter we'll go ahead and talk about it from 1st April 2024 as the date from basically from when all the cases relating to profiteering will now be taken over by whom everyone? Principal bench of the appellate tribunal. Done, sir? This point is clear. Nothing very important over here. Yeah, again the same thing, that principal bench will go ahead and examine the cases relating to profiteering. Done, sir? This point is clear. Nothing else over here. This is again just going ahead and telling about when you are going ahead and filing an appeal to the appellate tribunal. Baba, appeal to the appellate tribunal ke bare mein they are going ahead and talking over here, that whenever you are going ahead and filing an appeal, Baba, nothing very important. I'll quickly go ahead and tell. Whenever you are going ahead and filing an appeal to the appellate tribunal, APL 05 mein you will be given on provisional acknowledgment. Then once the order has been uploaded by the department online, one final acknowledgement will be given, but final acknowledgement mein they will give provisional acknowledgement ka date as the date of filing. Okay, sir, if department does not upload the order within time, then Baba, you do one thing, within 7 days of filing the provisional, within the 7 days of provisional acknowledgement, you go ahead and give one certified copy which is there. Everyone over here now, see. If order is uploaded, you will get a final acknowledgement. If order is not uploaded, self-certified copy of the order, you should go up, provide within 7 days from the date of filing the appeal, and one final acknowledgement will be given. If you give the order copy within 7 days, then the date of giving the provisional acknowledgement, that day will become the date of filing of the appeal. Done, sir? But if I did not submit within 7 days, then they are going ahead and telling, if you filed an appeal, provisional acknowledgement was given. Within 7 days, you did not go ahead and file. Within 7 days, you did not go ahead and provide the self-certified copy. Then, Baba, remember one thing, the day you provide the self-certified copy of the order against which you are going in and filing an appeal, that day will be the date of filing. The same thing has been told over here, and the same thing is applicable for the department also. I hope this point is clear to all. Quickly tell me, the day you file an appeal to the appellate tribunal, same thing which we had learned for appellate authority, appellate tribunal may also they have gone ahead and told that appellate tribunal ka case mein, whenever you go ahead and file an appeal, the day you file the appeal, one provisional acknowledgement will be given. Now, department uploads the copy of the order online, then one final acknowledgement will be given. The date of provisional acknowledgement will become the final acknowledgement ka date. Sir, if department does not upload the copy, then within 7 days, you should go ahead and provide self-certified copy. The day you provide the self-certified copy, one final acknowledgement will come, and final acknowledgement may date of provisional acknowledgement will be the date of filing. But if you did not submit within 7 days the self-certified copy, then the day you submit the self-certified copy, that day will be the date of filing of appeal. Yes, sir, this point is clear, and this is applicable for you also and for department also when they are going in and filing an appeal in APL 05 you are filing, or department is filing in APL 07. The same thing is told for department also. Done, sir. There is nothing other than this. 112 May, sir, any changes? Nothing. Sir, withdrawal of appeal. If department or you have gone ahead and filed an appeal to the appellate tribunal, you want to withdraw it. I have already gone ahead and told you that you have to go ahead and file APL 05W and department will file APL 07W. To file the appeal, it is APL 05 and APL 07. To withdraw the appeal, it is APL 05W and APL 07W. Done, sir. Nothing else other than this. This is something which I love it. They can go ahead and ask from this B graded chapter. This will be your A graded chapter, A graded point. But before I go ahead and explain you this, you have to tell me, are we all 100% clear with this point, everyone? Till here, are we all 100% clear? Quick, give me a heads up, everyone. I am not able to see likes in the videos. I want everyone to quickly give me a like for the video, and then we'll go ahead. Chalo. Done, sir. We are all clear till here. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Now over here, everyone. See, section number 120, very, very important from exam point of view. You know what section number 120 used to say? Section number 120 used to go ahead and say, board on the recommendation, appeal not to be filed in certain cases. See, what will happen? I'll tell you. Department sometimes knows that you have gone ahead and done, adjudicating authority has passed an order. You have won the order, you have gone ahead and adjudicating authority ka order has come in your favor. Department knows if department goes for a departmental appeal, department will win the appeal. If department goes to the appellate authority, appellate tribunal, high court or supreme court, department knows department will win. But department is not going for a appeal because department is going ahead and telling, going for appeal is waste of time for me. I will not waste department ka time because it is just some 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees or 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees ka amount, small amount. This monetary limit is what I am going to teach you. And department will see that even though department knows department can go ahead and win in the appeal, department will not go for the appeal if the monetary limit is less. Department ka officers have been advised that they should never go for an appeal if the amount is less and not waste department ka time or appellate authority, appellate tribunal, high court or supreme court ka time. Now, if department did not go for an appeal in a certain case because the monetary limit was less, next time you did the same wrong thing, but next time the amount was more, you can't go ahead and question the department and say, last time you did not go for an appeal in the same matter. It means you had accepted what I am doing. Now, when I have gone ahead and done a bigger fraud, you should not go for an appeal. You can't go ahead and question the department. Last time the department did not go for an appeal because the amount monetary limit was less. CBIC fixes this monetary limit, and if the monetary limit is not crossed, the department will never go for an appeal. But this time the department is going for an appeal because the amount is more, and you are no one to question them. That is told by section number 120. Section number 120 is telling board on recommendation can go ahead and issue direction order fixing the monetary limit, which the board has gone ahead and issued now. Monetary limit for regulating appeal by the CGST officer. Non-filing an appeal in certain case will not preclude an officer from filing appeal in same or similar issue or question of law. No person shall contend that officer has consented to the disputed issue. Officer did not file an appeal means officer has given a consent by not filing an appeal or application. You can't go ahead and say last time you did not file an appeal against the order. It means department, you had gone ahead and consented. What I've gone ahead and done is correct, and so I've gone ahead and done these things again. Baba, last time department did not file an appeal because the monetary limit was less. Now department is filing an appeal because the monetary limit has been crossed, and this monetary limit for department ka appeals is being regulated by CBIC, and now CBIC has gone ahead and issued one notification, clarification. Basically, they have gone ahead and told what is the monetary limit which will be there. Fixing of monetary limit for filing appeal, applications and petition by the department before GST 80, before High Court or Supreme Court, subject to specified exclusions. Sir, they have gone ahead and fixed monetary limit, but these monetary limits are subject to certain exclusion, means certain things के लिए department can go for an appeal even without seeing the amount which is there. ठीक है, तो department generally whenever it wants to go to the GST appellate tribunal, it has to see that the amount involved is 20 lakh rupees. If the GST department wants to go to High Court, department should go only if the amount involved is 1 crore. If department wants to go to Supreme Court, department should go only if the amount involved is 2 crore rupees. Below that, department should not go. Now, whenever, sir, we see this 20 lakh rupees, 1 crore or 2 crore, what things should be included? Is it CGST? Is it SGST? Is it tax? Is it interest? What is it? Amount to be considered for applying the monetary limit has been explained in the below table. Everyone over here now. So for an example, if dispute pertains to a demand which has been given for tax, interest, penalty, late fee, everything, then only see the tax amount. Tax with or without penalty or interest only. Baba, you should see only the tax amount. Only the tax amount. Aggregate amount of tax in dispute, C, GST, SGST, UT, GST, IGST and GST compensation says total the tax amount which is there. If it is exceeding 20 lakh, or 1 crore or 2 crore. Baba, 20 lakh, 1 crore or 2 crore. Only then the department can go for the appeals which are there. Done, sir. If order is relating to interest only, then see the amount of interest. If order relates to penalty only, see the penalty amount. If order relates to late fee only, see the late fee amount which is there. If order relates to no tax but only interest, penalty, late fee without involving any tax amount, then Baba, see the aggregate of the IPL which is there. Done. Sir, if it's an erroneous refund ka case which is there, then Baba, see the amount of refund in dispute. Remember one thing, you always have to see the amount in dispute, right everyone? And here, including the CGST, SGST, UTGST and GST compensation says, so whatever refund you are disputing against, that refund ka CGST, SGST, IGST ka total you see. If the amount is crossing 20 lakh, you can go for the GST 80. If the amount is crossing, so minimum limit amount involved should be this much, 20 lakh and above, 1 crore and above, and here it is 2 crore and above which is there. Done, sir. This point is clear. Remember, the monetary limit shall be applied only on the disputed amount. So for an example, one department ka order was being passed which was for 1 crore rupees, but department is telling 90 lakh rupees, assessee is fine, assessee is correct, 10 lakh rupees is the disputed amount which I want to dispute, then department can't go for an appeal to the GST 80 because 10 lakh you can't go to the GST 80. At least it should be disputed amount should be 20 lakh rupees over here. That is what they are telling. Monetary limit which we have gone ahead and learned over here, it should be the disputed amount which is there. Disputed amount of tax, interest, penalty, late fee as the case may be in respect of which appeal or application is contemplated to be filed. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one, sir, if it's a composite order, then you have to see the composite order amount. Sir, what's a composite order? Baba, if department goes ahead, 2-3 notices were being issued to you, all the notices ke liye they went ahead and passed a composite order which was there. A composite order which is basically for 2-3 notices, one order is being passed, that's called a composite order. And they are going ahead and telling in a composite order which disposes of one or more demand notices which are there, the monetary limit shall be applicable on the total amount of tax, interest, penalty as the case may be and not on the amount involved in individual appeal or individual demand notice which is there. Baba, if it's a composite order, apply the limits which are there on the composite amount which is there. Done, sir. Basically, they are not going in and telling you should see individual order ka amounts and all, nothing. Composite order is being passed, don't see individual notices ka amount, see the composite order ka amount. Done. Sir, if it's an order, always remember this point everyone. If it's an order which involves tax, interest, penalty, everything, in your exam, this will come, Baba, this will come. Please be very careful. If it's an order which involves tax, interest, penalty, late fee, everything, then only tax amount. If it's an order which involves interest only the interest amount. If it's an order which involves penalty only, see only the penalty amount. If it's an order which involves late fee only, then only see the late fee amount. If it's an order which does not involve tax, only interest, penalty, late fee, then total of all of them and see the amount. Sir, if an order is of erroneous refund, then you have to go ahead and see the total amount of erroneous refund, which is including CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST, everything. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one over here. People, I want you to tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Are we all 100% clear? Baba, here they have gone in and told monetary amount involved. Monetary amount involved means 20 lakh and above. 1 crore and above. 2 crore, 1 crore and above and 2 crore and above. Done. Okay? Chalo. Next. Now, there are some cases when monetary limit is not applicable. They can go ahead and ask you in the exam, what are the cases when monetary limit is not required to be seen? They can tell you, right? 3 cases when monetary limit is not required to be seen when department is going for an appeal. Remember one thing. Monetary limit specified above shall not be applicable in the following circumstances where the decision to file an appeal shall taken on merit irrespective of the said monetary limit. It says, where any provision of the GST law have been held to be ultra vires to the Constitution of India. If any order was there in which they are going ahead and telling the GST law ka provision has been held ultra vires and department is telling this order is wrong, I want to appeal against, department can go for an appeal. Done. Where any rules and regulation, any rules, GST ka rules which are there under the GST law have been held to be ultra vires the parent act. They are telling this rule which was made is against the GST act and this is ultra vires, but department is telling no, this is wrong, I want to appeal against, department can go ahead and file an appeal. Where any order, notification, instruction or circular issued by the government or the board has been held ultra vires the GST law or the rules, Baba, order or notification or instruction or circular issued by the board, by the government have been held to be ultra vires against, they are going ahead and telling against the GST law, then if the department wants, department can go ahead and file an appeal. Means you are going ahead and questioning the GST law, you are going ahead and questioning the GST rules and regulation, you are questioning an order, notification issued by the government, then government is going ahead and telling we will not keep silence, we will go ahead and fight. Then they will not see the monetary limit. Where the matter relates to value of goods, services or classification of goods, services or refund or place of supply or any other issue which is recurring in nature, department is telling today if I don't go ahead and appeal, although the matter is small, but it is recurring in nature, many people come under this, and you know what will happen, sir? Lot of people will go ahead and take the benefit of this. No, we should go ahead and fight because it's a recurring nature ka case. Then Baba, department can go ahead and file an appeal. Because it's a recurring in nature or it involves interpretation of the provision of the act or rules or notification, Baba, interpretational issue ke liye department can go without going ahead and seeing any monetary limit. Where stringent or adverse comment have been passed and or cost has been imposed against the government or department or any other officer. Baba, you have gone ahead and made bad comments against the department, wrong comments against the department. Then Baba, strictures, basically over here there you are going in and telling wrong things, you are hurting the department, then department can go ahead and say no, though without any limit we will go ahead and file the appeal. The next is any other cases which is necessary to contest in the interest of the justice or revenue. If department feels that any other case is there which is necessary to contest in the interest of the revenue, then department can go ahead and file an appeal. Always remember one thing, if department does not go ahead and file an appeal because of all these monetary limits which are there, which is 20 lakh, 1 crore and 2 crore, then it does not preclude them that next time if the monetary limit crosses and you can't go ahead and say them, last time it did not file, why are you filing the case this time? Department can go ahead and file a case next time because the monetary limit was exceeded. Done, sir. This point, same point they have gone ahead and repeated over here. In my opinion, in appeals and revision, this time, one question you might go ahead and see, principal bench, what are the case, what are the work that will be done by the appellate tribunal? Always remember one thing, appellate tribunal, appellate authority ka orders they will go ahead and hear. Appellate tribunal, they will also go ahead and hear the orders which are given by the revisionary authority, and appellate tribunal now will also go ahead and hear the cases relating to profiteering. These three things you should remember. Other than this, these are all okay. These are all okay. And here withdrawal, nothing very important. This is the most important part. Baba must come. A plus plus. You must have to see one question in the exam. Done, sir. This point is clear. I'll go ahead and close my revision over here in the chapter of appeals and revision. Please mark the important points from this chapter. Baba, the one which I have told you, monetary limit which I have gone ahead and told you, please remember this point, everyone. Sir, if the order involves tax plus IPLO, then total of, no, only tax should be taken. If tax is not there, only IPL is there, then take IPL ka total. Baba, Chris, listen. Okay? Done. Everyone over here. Sir, what are the most important point in this chapter? One is, you should remember the pre-deposit wala amount. Please mark it and keep. Pre-deposit ka one question. Please do it and go. Here the pre-deposit and here the pre-deposit which is there. Please mark it. You must do it and go. I also feel this time they can go ahead and ask you about the fees of the appellate tribunal. Might be 1 mark one question. Remember, every 1 lakh rupees ke liye 1,000 is the fees and maximum is 25,000. Minimum fees you have to pay 5,000. This point I like it. Please be careful about it. Third point, I also go ahead and like what are the now the decision of relating to profiteering will also be taken care by whom? Principal bench. Please take care of this. And this monetary limits which I have told you, monetary limits, Baba, remember one thing, this monetary limits which I have gone ahead and told you are very, very important. Other than that, Baba, this chapter you can go ahead and read and just go for exam. I have told you already, B plus graded chapter. This is monetary limit wala point, very, very important. Done, sir. This point is clear. I'll go ahead and close my revision on the chapter of appeals and revision. We have done a detailed revision, but please do some question. Monetary limit, please read it again properly and go. Right, everyone? Closing my revision on the chapter of appeals and revision. Done. Are we all 100% clear till here? Are we all 100% clear till here? Quickly tell me, everyone, are we all 100% clear? Chalo, are we all clear till here, everyone? I had an important call. Yes, everyone. Are we all clear? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chalo, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, everyone. Chalo. Let's go ahead and continue our discussion now. Now, the next chapter which is there is the chapter of liability to pay in certain cases. Baba, from this attempt, I believe this chapter is C minus graded. C minus graded. Baba, there is nothing for me to go ahead and really discuss in this chapter. Sir, we still want you to tell us which are the most important points. Baba, trust me. This chapter, they can go ahead and tell anything. They can go ahead and ask. Or if they don't ask, they don't ask. There is a C minus graded chapter. From this term, I am telling C minus graded because demand and recovery, appeals and revision, lot of amendments are already there. So I don't believe they should go ahead and ask. But still, you can just go ahead and read. Baba, reading category ka chapter. There is nothing for me to go ahead and explain. Sir, why? Nothing. See, they are going ahead and telling if you transfer the business to someone, who will be liable? Transfer and transferee both will be liable. Sir, agent and principal ka case mein, if there is GST liability which is there on the goods which are sold by the agent, who will be liable? Principal and agent both will be liable. Baba, there is nothing. It's just a reading category. I want you guys to read this chapter once. Now only you should just go through this chapter. It is not that one day before the exam you will tell me, sir, liability to pay in certain cases, so I never read. Should I read and go? Baba, now sit quietly and whatever it is, there is no chart, nothing, only pure theoretical chapter which I have gone ahead and written. Please go through the chapter. Don't leave it and go. It is very, very important. But not very, very important. It's C minus graded, but you might see one question. But sir, still, at least tell no which point we should take care of it. The ICI ka partnership point. Baba, this partnership wala point came in last to last attempt sometime also in the exam. Okay? And my guess with this chapter is very bad. Whichever point I will not tell no, that point will come. So I am not guessing also anything. I am telling, please go through all the points which are there. Krishna, ek baar dena. Do. Hi, Lian. Okay, I will introduce my son quickly, everyone. Lian just woke up. Lian, hi, bol do sabko. Hi, everyone. Okay, he just woke up, so he's thinking, what is dad doing? Chalo, bhag jao. Bye. Everyone over here now. Now, what does it say? Liability to pay in certain cases. Everyone, listen. Liability to pay in certain cases. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Liability to pay in certain cases. In my opinion, C minus graded chapter for this time for your exam. Sir, which point? Just read, Baba. Just read the whole chapter which is there. Go through the whole chapter which is there. Okay. Reading this much is more than enough. Sir, any point which you would like us to read and go? I like this liquidation wala point which is there. This director wala point, please take care of it. Partnership wala point. See, Baba, it's a C minus graded chapter which is there. Comes, then any point can come. So you can't leave anything out of this chapter. Please read once and go. I will not go ahead and waste time on this chapter, but please go through this chapter once. Okay, everyone? Will you guys do that? Will you guys do that, everyone? Will everyone do that? Chalo, theek hai. Today you will finish reading this chapter. Everyone have to promise me that today, sir, we will go ahead and finish this chapter which is there. Everyone have to promise me that today you will go ahead and finish reading the chapter. Please, C minus graded, but still we will read once. Okay? One day before the exam, not required. Done, sir. Okay? Chalo, done. This 3 point, I like it. Okay. Now comes your A graded chapter. I love this chapter. Offenses and penalties. And you will see one question in your exam. Offenses and penalties. Everyone, you will see offenses and penalties ka question in your exam. Baba, ethics ka chapter also comes over here. Ethics I am not going ahead and covering because anyways it's not there in the chart book also. And ethics is nothing. If you know offenses and penalties chapter properly, that's it. And ethics ka chapter is nothing other than complete GST ka overview which is there. From GST ka refund ka chapter little bit portions have been put. From audit ka chapter little bit portions have been put. There is nothing in the chapter. If you know offenses and penalties properly, ethics ka question you will be able to handle. And ethics, just go through that chapter once if you want to. From smart book, you can just go through once. There is nothing for you to really memorize in the chapter of ethics. You can just go through. Done, sir. Chalo, let's go ahead and now cover the offenses and penalties ka chapter which is there. Everyone, offenses and penalties. We will go ahead and cover the most important sections which are there of this chapter. The sections which I am going ahead and covering, you will be going ahead and doing the question answers today. Done, sir. This point is clear. Listen. Section number 122. Section number 122 has section number 122 1. Section number 122 1A. Section number 122 1B. Section number 122 2. And section number 122 3 which is there. Everyone over here now. Section number 121 goes ahead and says circumstances for levy of penalty on taxable person. When can penalty be levied on taxable person? Baba, there are 21 offenses which have been told over here. These 21 offenses may say any offense if you go ahead and do, they are going ahead and telling we will go ahead and levy a penalty which is there. Penalty will be 10,000 rupees or the tax amount whichever is there, whichever is higher. Remember one thing, 10,000 under CGST, 10,000 under SGST, or tax amount under CGST, tax amount under SGST, whichever is higher. Remember this point everyone. And they are going ahead and telling section number 121 may that there are 21 offenses which are there. O gastric which is there. Okay, sir. O means what? Officer related fraud. If you have gone ahead and done thing, you sir, officer wanted to come to your premises and you're not letting the officer get inside your premises. Oh, gastric. Oh, officer told, oh, I got gastric. Okay. O means what everyone? O means officer related. If you obstruct or prevent the officer came to your premises, you left your dog behind him. You're obstructing, you're not letting him get inside your premises, then you have gone ahead and done one offense, and that is again penalized with 10,000 rupees over here. And then we have goods, services or both related. If you have gone ahead and done an offense, you are supplying without invoice, or you are issuing an incorrect invoice, or you are issuing a false invoice, or you are issuing an invoice without any supply in violation of the provision of the act or rules. Okay, sir, supplying without invoice or invoice without supply. Either you supplied, sir, either you go ahead and supplied without any invoice, or you issued an incorrect invoice, false invoice, undervalued invoice. If you go ahead and do all those things, they are going ahead and telling over here, you will be penalized. The next is if you issue an invoice without supply in violation of the act or rules. Okay, sir. If you are issuing an invoice without any supply, or you supply, transport, store goods in violation for which are you are going ahead and supplying any goods, transporting any goods, storing any goods which are liable for what everyone? Confiscation. Next, accounts related. You did not keep your accounts, you did not maintain your accounts, you did not retain your books of account and other document which is there, or you produce fake accounts, then in that scenario also they are going ahead and telling you will be penalized. Okay, if you suppress your turnover to evade your tax, if you TDS and TCS you fail to deduct, you failed to collect. Either you did not deduct only, or you did not collect only, or you deducted or collected less. How much you should have deducted, how much you should have collected, you collected or deducted less, or you failed to pay to the government the amount of TDS which is, see, either you did not deduct, or you deducted less, or you did not pay to the government, or you temper or destroy evidences, documents, dispose of or temper detained or seized or attached goods which are there. Okay, if you temper or destroy evidences, documents, etc. If you transport any goods without the coverage of any document, means you did not have e-way bill and you are transporting the goods. Okay, registration, if you fail to take the registration, if you furnish false information while applying or use anyone else's registration, if you refund fraudulently, you have taken the refund. Or I for ITC, you take or utilize ITC without actually receiving the goods, or in contravention of the act you have gone ahead and taken or utilized the ITC. Information ISD, you have taken or distributed the credit in contravention, wrongly you have distributed the credit. Information or document which was called by the officer, you failed to furnish or furnish false information or document. Okay, you collected an amount as tax but failed to pay to the government greater than 3 months from due date, or you collect any tax, collects amount as tax and fail to pay to the government greater than 3 months from due date, or collect any tax in contravention. You have collected, Baba, always remember one thing, if you collect any tax in contravention, okay, always remember, but fail to pay to the government greater than 3 months from due date. In all these scenarios, they are going in and telling, we will go ahead and penalize you 10,000 rupees under CGST, 10,000 under SGST, or the amount of tax which is there, whichever is higher. Done, sir? Section number 121A basically goes ahead and targets the fraud people who are there, the mastermind behind the fraud. So for an example, I went in and took registration in the name of I went to one village, I found one person, I told him, see, this practically happened. Okay, one person, what he did, he went in and told his village mein, one of his uncle, he told uncle, you are working as a day wager, we'll do one thing, I will give you every month in your bank account 2,000 rupees, government ka one scheme is there. This case actually happened, and he went in and took his Aadhaar card, everything, took GST registration in his name, bank account opened, and did all the bogus invoice ka case. Now when the GST department went to catch, they saw this guy is working in the fields as a laborer, 300 rupees, 400 rupees per day is going ahead and earning, and crores of rupees ka fraud has been done. And when the GST officer went to catch, GST officer is telling he is the registered person, we have to catch him. Huh? He is telling, sir. Then he told, my this guy had come from the city. He went ahead and told me that you will get 2,000 rupees every month in the account. So I went ahead and gave him all the details. So in this scenario, who is the mastermind? The mastermind is the guy. His might be someone relative, his relative who is the mastermind behind all the fraud. The masterminds ke liye, they have gone ahead and got this section number 121A, which says any person who retains the benefit of a transaction covered under 1, 2, 7 and 9. 1, 2, 7 and 9 under subsection 1. What is 1, 2, 7 and 9? Which are underlined. 1, 2, 7 and 9. Whichever I have underlined. Remember, 1 means supply without invoice, invoice without supply, 1 and 2. 7 is if you take ITC with in contravention, or you take or distribute ITC in contravention of the act in respect of ISD, then they are going and telling you will be penalized over here. So it says any person who retains the benefit of the transaction which are covered under the above. Basically, if you are issuing bogus invoices, supplying without invoices, whoever is retaining the benefit of this transaction and at whose instance the transaction is conducted, who is telling to conduct all this transaction and all, shall be liable to a penalty which is amount of tax which is evaded or ITC availed or ITC passed on. So if one fraud person is there, he has gone ahead and passed on the credit, or he has gone ahead and done a fraud. Always remember one thing, whatever is the ITC availed or passed on or the tax which has evaded, similar equivalent amount of penalty is going to pay. So for an example, 2 crore ka fraud done, then the mastermind, if he is caught, then 2 crore plus 2 crore will be the penalty tax. So they will take only penalty, also they will take equal amount. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next one, circumstances for levy of penalty on e-commerce operator. Now, Baba, e-commerce operator has to go ahead and allow people who are composition dealer, supplier of goods to go ahead and supply through e-commerce. Sir, if you are an unregistered person also, you take enrollment and you can supply through e-commerce. Now, if you have gone ahead and done any fraud, they are telling penalty of 10,000 or the tax involved had such supply been made by a person other than composition person, whichever is higher. See, composition person ka to tax involved will be only 1%. So they are telling as if, so 10,000 rupees, or if the supply was done by a non-composition person, it would have been 18% tax. Whichever is higher, that amount of penalty has to be paid by the e-commerce operator. If any e-commerce allows supply through it by unregistered person who is exempted from registration, other than person who is exempted from registration. So, sir, if a person is exempted from registration, that person is supplying through e-commerce, it's okay. If anyone else is supplying through e-commerce and e-commerce is allowing them to supply even without taking registration, then Baba, e-commerce penalized. If e-commerce allows interstate supply, Baba, always remember interstate supplier by a person who is not eligible to make interstate. So, for an example, composition dealer is there, he is supplying through e-commerce. Composition dealer can't make interstate supply, but e-commerce is allowing, gone. E-commerce operator will be penalized. If you fail to furnish correct information in GSTR 8, Baba, GSTR 8 mein you should furnish all the details relating to the sales which are done by registered person, unregistered person of any outward supply affected by exempted people. If they don't go ahead and report that sale, then go on, Baba. You will be penalized over here. Who will be penalized? The e-commerce operator will be penalized, which is 10,000 or amount of tax, whichever is higher. 10,000 under CGST or the tax under CGST, 10,000 under SGST or the tax under SGST, whichever is higher. Section number 122 goes ahead and says, see, Baba, this was penalty on taxable person. This was the penalty on masterminds which was there. This is the tax penalty on e-commerce operator. This is the penalty on registered person. But Baba, I don't like this section number 122. Section number 122, they had gone ahead and framed that we will go ahead and penalize people, but actually section number 122 wala penalty already they go ahead and charge when section number 74 may they go ahead and penalize, and hence you will not see many cases where section number 122 is being applied, because section number 74 may they already go ahead and penalize the people when they are issuing the demand order. Right, everyone? So here it is just for a reading purpose that registered person supplies goods services on which tax has not been paid, short paid, erroneous refund, ITC wrongly availed. Baba, section number 74 may when they pass the order, they already go ahead and charge the penalty, and hence section number 122 ka penalty independently generally does not get applied. The reason is fraud, willful misstatement, then 10,000 or the tax due whichever is higher. Other than fraud, willful misstatement or suppression, 10%. 10,000 or the 100% of the tax due, whichever is higher. In case of fraud, willful misstatement, other than fraud, willful misstatement, it is 10,000 or 10% of the tax due, whichever is higher. And I hope you guys remember under section number 74, when they go ahead and penalize, it is 15%, 25%, 50%, and then 100%. Yes, sir, we remember. Now, circumstances for levying of penalty on any person. This was C, taxable person. This was the fraud people, the fraudster, the masterminds. And this is e-commerce operator. This is registered person. And this is any person. They will be penalized with 25,000. Up to 25,000, they can be penalized if you aid or abet any offenses. If you are going ahead and helping anyone in doing an offenses which is told under section number 121, gastric wala offenses, you are helping someone to do it. Okay. If you deal in any goods, deal with in any way with goods he knows or has reason to believe are liable to be confiscated. If you go ahead and deal with, or if you deal with any goods which you know or have reason to believe are liable to be confiscated, confiscated goods, if you are dealing. If you receive or you are concerned with supply of or deal with supply of service which you know or have reason to believe are in contravention services. See Baba, here they have told about goods, here they are going in and talking about services. If you fail to appear before, Baba, section number 70, if I am not wrong, yes, section number 70 we had learned in inspection, search, seizure. Yes, sir. If proper officer is calling you for summon and you did not go for a summon, they are going in and telling, gone Baba, gone. Or if you fail to issue invoice or account for invoice in the books of account, you are not registered person, you are any person, you are not issuing normal invoice also, then also gone Baba. Penalty of up to 25,000 under CGST and up to 25,000 under SGST, up to, it is on the officer. Done, sir. This point is clear. The next is section number 123. Section number 123 goes ahead and says information return. Baba, if information return, what is information return? Your information obtained by department from other sources, from the stamp duty authority, from the registrar, etc. Now, all these people have to file information return. If they don't go ahead and file information return, the penalty is rupees 100 per day, up to a maximum of 5,000 under CGST, same amount payable under SGST. Sir, failure to furnish statistics, fine is up to 10,000, and if you don't go ahead and still furnish after being fined also, they are going ahead and telling, in case of continuing offense, rupees 100 per day, maximum will be 25, up to 25,000 rupees, which is there. Section number 125, any person, any offense for which any penalty has not been told, but if department wants to penalize you, any contravention or any provision of the act or rules plus no penalty has separately been provided, you will be penalized up to 25,000. What they are going in and telling, any offense for which any penalty is not being told anywhere, you will be still penalized with up to 25,000, which is there. Section number 126, I like this section, everyone. Section number 126, I like it. They can go ahead and ask a small question on this. One question in your Q&A material relating to Mangesh is there. You will be able to see over here relating to this. One question relating to this by the name of Mangesh is there in your Q&A book. Please solve that question. Please solve that question. Very, very important, everyone. Listen. General discipline relating to penalty. General discipline relating to penalty. What are the general discipline which an officer should follow whenever he is levying penalty? No penalty for minor breach, which is tax involved is less than 5,000 of tax regulation or procedural requirement. Remember one thing, if you have gone ahead and done any procedural requirement mistake or any tax regulation mistake where the amount involved is a minor breach, where amount involved is less than 5,000, then officer should not go ahead and penalize you. No penalty for minor breach where the tax involved is less than 5,000 of tax regulation or procedural requirement, and in particular any omission, mistake, easily rectifiable. If you have gone ahead and done any mistake which is easily rectifiable, which is apparent on the face and not done with any fraudulent intention or not done because of gross negligence, then Baba, officer should not charge any penalty. In the exam, they will go ahead and tell you, sir, Mangesh has gone ahead and done an tax regulation ka breach which is there and the amount involved is 10,000. Baba, penalty will be charged. Mangesh has gone ahead. Yes. Always remember one thing. Mangesh has gone ahead and done a omission in mistake, omission which is because of his gross negligence, Baba, gone, you will be penalized. It should not be because of an, and it should be made without fraudulent intention, and gross negligence should not be there. If you are negligent, then Baba, they will go ahead and penalize you. Done, sir? Penalty will always depend upon the fact of each circumstance and be commensurate with the degree and severity of the breach. For an example, whenever they say penalty up to 25,000, the more severe the offense, the more the penalty. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 25,000, up to 25 when they say, always remember one thing, it always depends on the severity. Done. No penalty without opportunity of being heard. They will always give you opportunity of being heard. And whenever department passes an order, it will always be a speaking order which they will go ahead and pass. Always remember, voluntary disclosure may be considered as mitigating factor when quantifying a penalty. Whenever department goes ahead and quantifies any penalty, remember, if you voluntarily disclosure, so if you voluntarily go ahead and say that, sir, I went ahead and did a mistake, then department might go ahead and consider that fact and it can go ahead and charge you little less. Done, sir? Remember, this section will not apply where the penalty is a fixed sum or expressed as a fixed percentage. Where they have told 10,000 penalty, you will say, sir, take 9,500, no. Sir, take 9,800, no. Sir, take 9,000, no. Where fixed sum or fixed percentage, 10%, you are telling take 8%, no, sir. Take 7%, no. Wherever it is told up to, there this section is applicable, where department will decide the severity and accordingly decide the penalty. So whenever the penalty is told up to, then the severity can be seen. But if the penalty is fixed amount or fixed percentage, then Baba, they are going in and telling this section will not apply. Done, sir? This point is clear. One Mangesh ka question is there in your book. You must do it and go. Section number 129, very, very important from exam point of view. They can go ahead and ask a question, but I want everyone to tell me, are we all 100% clear till here? Quick, everyone. Quick. Are we all 100% clear? Yes, sir. Clear. Done. Okay. Section number 129 is, you were taking your truck and going on the way. Ding, 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 ding. And GST officer caught you on the way. And Baba, he is telling, show me the document. And there is some issue with the documents. Then in that scenario, first they will go ahead and detain you. Detain means he will tell you, come, take your truck on the side and come. Come on the side. He will seize the goods. Seize means department will take the possession of the goods, saying documents are not correct. Now, if you want to release the goods and the conveyance in transit, you have to go ahead and pay a penalty. I want all the students must do question on 129 and go for exam. Very, very important section from exam point of view. Okay. So, Baba, I have told you must do question is section number 126, section number 129. Section number 129 says what? You are going on the way. Officer detained you. He told, please come on the side. After he detained you, they seized your goods. Department took over the possession, and now you are telling, I want the goods to be released. Then, Baba, for releasing the goods and the conveyance, you will have to pay a penalty. And this is very, very important. You must do one question. It says, goods and conveyance after their detention or seizure shall be released. It will be released if the owner comes forward. The penalty will be 200% of the tax payable on such goods. Whatever is the tax of that 200%. Baba, remember one thing. For example, your goods were 1 lakh rupees ka goods. 9% is the tax. CGST and 9% is SGST. 1 lakh ka 9% is 9,000. SGST is 9,000. CGST is 9,000. Your 9,000 tax too you have to pay. Penalty will be 200%, 9,000 into 200%, 18,000 under CGST and 18,000 under SGST. Remember this thing, everyone. They are going in and telling, if owner comes forward, penalty will be 200% of the tax, and exempted goods ka case mein penalty will be, sir, no tax only. So, Baba, penalty will be 2% of the value of the goods or 25,000, whichever is lower. Remember one thing, 2% of the value of the goods or 25,000, whichever is lower. This is under CGST, same amount under SGST. Omkar Raja says, sir, appeal for order under section number 129, 25% pre-deposit of penalty for appeal. Ha, Baba, 25% is the pre-deposit against the penalty order. This is when the owner comes forward. Baba, if I go forward and say, sir, sorry, my goods are caught on the way, I am the owner, then Baba, they are telling 200% of the tax amount you have to pay. Exempted goods ka case mein 2% of the value of the goods or 25,000, whichever is lower. That's sir. If the owner does not come forward, Baba, gone. department officer will get very angry. 200% of the tax amount which is there, so you have to pay only, or 50% of the goods ka value, whichever is higher. 200% of the tax or 50% of the value of the goods, whichever is higher. Remember, exempted goods, it will become 5% or 25,000. Sir, penalty will be 5% of the value of the goods. It will become, instead of 2, it will become 5% or 25,000, whichever is lower. Done, sir. These 2 points are very, very important. Must do questions and go for exam. Next. Always remember, whenever they go ahead and detain your goods, they will go ahead and pass a show cause notice of detention or seizure specifying the penalty, and thereafter the order will be passed within 7 days. First they will go ahead and give you a show cause notice, and within the next 7 days they will go ahead and give you a demand order which will be there. Penalty paid, proceeding concluded. If not paid within 15 days of the receipt of the order, the goods and the conveyance will be sold. Remember one thing, sir, if you paid the penalty, they will go ahead and conclude the proceeding. If you don't pay within 15 days, they are going ahead and telling the goods and the conveyance both will go ahead and sell it. Done, sir. Proviso, conveyance shall be released. Now what happened, one conveyance was going on the way, in that many people ka goods were there, but only one goods ka there was some issue, or might be one conveyance was going on the way and there was an issue which is there. Basically, e-way bill etc. is not there. Conveyance was stopped. Conveyance belongs to someone else, goods belongs to someone else. Conveyance ka owner came, truck ka owner, sir, please release my truck at least, sir. Goods ke liye you go ahead and penalize him. Then they are going and telling, if conveyance you wanted, conveyance shall be released on payment of 1 lakh or the penalty, whatever penalty has been calculated, whichever is less. For the conveyance, you have to go ahead and pay this amount. Goods ke liye, to we have already learned this. For conveyance, if you want to be released, you have to go ahead and pay this. Period will be less than 15 days. Baba, always remember, they will go ahead and 15 days may they will go ahead. If you don't go ahead and make the payment of the penalty within 15 days, they will go ahead and sell all your goods. Correct, everyone? Goods and conveyance will be sold. But this period will be less than 15 days if it is, Baba, hazardous goods or mangoes are there. Then they are going in and telling, if goods are perishable or hazardous, likely to depreciate with time, then the less amount of 15 days will be even less. Now listen to me very carefully. I want everyone to do one question on this point and go. And also remember, for releasing the conveyance, it is 1 lakh or the penalty amount, whichever is less. Please do these 3 points and go for exam. Very, very important. This is nothing, Baba. This circular is just for your reading purpose. What they are going and telling. If supposing one conveyance is being stopped, who shall be considered as the owner of the goods for the purpose of section number 129 for basically levying the penalty? Who shall be considered as the owner of the goods? Sir, whether it is the supplier or the recipient. Now you tell me one thing, if it was my responsibility to send you the goods, then if I don't generate a e-way bill, I will be considered as the owner and I have to go ahead and pay the penalty. If you told you will collect and go, then in that scenario, if you don't generate e-way bill, it's your responsibility, you will be considered as the owner. Here they are going and telling, if invoice or document is accompanying the consignment, either the consignor or the consignee shall be deemed as the owner. Department will go ahead and decide over here. Basically, what happens, either the consignor or the consignee, if invoice is there, consignor or consignee will be the owner. Basically, it will depend on whose responsibility it was to transport, correct? Next, but if invoice is not there, then proper officer will go ahead and determine who shall be declared as the owner. Means proper officer will decide, inky, pinky, ponky, who is the owner. Done, sir. Officer will decide. Section number 129 done. Section number 130 from this A graded chapter is a B graded question. Can be asked over here. What are the cases when your goods will be confiscated? What are the cases? Confiscation of goods or conveyance and levy of penalty. Where any person, please remember these 5 points, when your goods and the truck will be confiscated. Confiscated means, seizure means taking over the possession. Confiscation means taking over the ownership. Ownership will go to the department. Government basically. What they are telling, these are the 5 reasons when your goods will be confiscated. Goods and conveyance will be confiscated. Please remember these points. Where you supply or receive goods in contravention of the act or rules with an intent to evade the tax. Where you do not account for goods which you are liable to pay tax under this act. If you don't account for the goods. If you supply any goods which are liable to tax without having applied for registration only you are supplying. Okay. Contravenes any of the provision of the act or rules to evade the tax. Okay. Uses any conveyance as a means of transport for carriage of goods. So if supposing the officer came to your premises, you are not caught on the way. If you are caught on the way, Baba, section number 129 is applicable for the goods and the conveyance. Here, One officer came to your premises. He saw one truck was standing and he saw this number ka truck. Oh, this truck was used last time for doing something wrong. Oh, this is the main truck which is being always used to do fraud work. They will go ahead and confiscate that truck. That is what they are going ahead and telling over here. These 5 reasons, always remember, they will go ahead and confiscate the goods and the conveyance which is there, unless the owner of the conveyance proves that it was so used without his knowledge or conveyance. For example, GST department officer came to a premise and told, this truck which you are going ahead and renting out, this truck was last time used for doing contravention. Owner told, sir, I did not know. Then Baba, unless you go ahead and prove that you did not know, they will go ahead and confiscate the truck. Done. All goods and conveyance will be liable. So basically, if all these goods are there which you have gone and supplied the goods in contravention, or you did not account for the goods, or you supply any goods which are liable without having applied for registration, or you contravene any of the provision of the act to evade tax, or any conveyance which was used for transportation of goods, basically in contravention of that, goods pay which is tax is not paid, you are transporting by a conveyance, those goods and conveyance will be liable for confiscation. And if goods and conveyance which are liable to be confiscated, Baba, person can't be confiscated. See, if you have done wrong thing, goods will be confiscated, conveyance will be confiscated, person ka ownership government can't take over. Person will be liable for penalty under section number 122. Done, sir. Sir, what will be the fine which will be there? As the proper officer thinks fit. What? Proper officer will give me a blank check and he'll tell, write everything in my name and give. No. Minimum and maximum is there. Maximum will be, see, now the goods ka ownership will go to the government. You don't want the goods ka ownership to go to the government? No problem. Government will say, see, anyways, the goods will be now mine. Now the goods will be mine. So if you don't want the goods to be mine, then do one thing. Pay the market price of the goods. I will leave the goods. You can take the goods and go. So it says market price of the confiscated goods minus the GST amount which is there. You can pay and government will release your goods. Minimum, the fine which is being charged on the conveyance, on the goods, plus the penalty which is being charged on the person. Always remember, it should be at least penalty equal to 100% of the tax payable on the goods. At least they should go. See, maximum they can go ahead and charge you the market price of the goods minus GST. Remember one thing, everyone, if you want to release your confiscated goods, pay the market price minus the GST which is there, your books will be released. Minimum, that's the maximum fine they can charge you. Whatever officer thinks fit, this is the maximum range, minimum range I am telling you. And minimum they are going ahead and telling, penalty will be 100% of the tax payable which is there. Sir, if it's a hired conveyance, always remember, owner shall be given an option to pay a fine which is the GST on the goods. Sir, if you are conveyance which is there, which is being confiscated, you will say, sir, please release my conveyance. Then they are going in and telling, remember, if you want to release your conveyance, GST payable on the goods, that GST you have to go ahead and pay, and they will release your conveyance. Confiscation order will be passed after giving you opportunity of being heard. Whatever the goods and conveyance has been confiscated, if you don't pay the amount of confiscation, fine, etc., they'll go ahead and dispose it off after 3 months. Done, sir. This point is clear. Again, I'll tell you, for this also do one question and please go for exam. Don't leave it. Please do one question and go. It is very, very important, everyone. Done, sir. This point is clear. Let's go ahead, everyone. Section number 133 goes ahead and talks about liability. Baba, reading purpose, nothing very important over here. Now, again, one very, very important section, section number 132, very, very important section. Again, you must do it for your exam and go. Again, a very important section, A graded. Done. Baba, here they have gone ahead and written offenses for which you will be sent to jail. Baba, jail. Done. So here, see Baba, till now, so they were just going ahead and charging you fine. Now they are telling you we will also send you to jail. Sir, what are the offenses? Section number 132, punishment for certain offenses. 132.1 says, whoever commits or causes to commit or whoever retains the benefit arising out of this transaction, namely, you are supplying without invoice or invoice without supply in contravention leading to wrongful availment of ITC, or, so number 1, you are supplying without any invoice. Number 2, you are going ahead and issuing invoice without any supply, bogus invoice you are giving, or you avail the ITC of such invoice or bill, or fraudulently avail, sir, either I am taking the credit on the basis of bogus invoice or I am taking the credit without any invoice only, fraudulently, or you collect an amount, tax has been collected but failed to pay to the government greater than 3 months from due date. I hope you guys remember these 4 offenses, 132.1 ka A, B, C, D. We had gone ahead and learned if the amount is more than 2 crore rupees or if it is repeated offense, then Baba, any amount which is there, you will be arrested. We are not talking about arrest now, we are talking about jail, sending you to jail, giving you jail wala food, jail wala clothes. Done, sir. Arrest was only stopping your free movement. Jail means putting you inside the jail. Okay, sir, done. Here, this bars ke behind. They are going ahead and telling these 4 offenses plus 5th. If you evade any tax or fraudulently obtain a refund, or offense is not covered under A to D. Okay? Then, if you falsify or substitute financial record, or you produce fake accounts or document, or you furnish false information to evade tax. So, what they are going ahead and telling, if you furnish or submit false financial records, produce fake documents, fake accounts, produce false information to evade the tax, or G is omitted, acquire possession of or concerned in transporting, removing, depositing, keeping, concealing, supplying, purchasing, or any manner you deal with goods which are liable to be confiscated, which are tax unpaid goods. If you are dealing with that, if you receive or concerned with supply of or deals with goods you have reason to believe are in contravention, or you attempt or abate the commissioning, if you are attempting also, if you do it or attempt also, or if you are helping someone in doing also, remember you will be sent to jail. And they have gone ahead and told tax involved and the punishment has been told over here. If tax involved is more than 5 crore, 5 years jail plus fine. Remember, you will be also fined. Jail plus fine. Minimum jail is 6 months. More than 2 crore, up to 5 crore, 3 years, fine, and minimum jail is 6 months. More than 1 crore, Baba, remember. For all the offenses, if it is more than 2 crore, only you will be sent to jail. This more than 1 crore up to 2 crore is only for bogus invoice wala case. Issuing an invoice without supplying, only in that case this point is applicable. Otherwise, for all the offenses to be sent to jail, the minimum amount should be 2 crore rupees. This point, please remember what this. Okay? For any offense, for you to be sent to jail, the minimum amount should be more than 2 crore rupees, only then you will go to jail. More than 2 crore, more than 5 crore. But sir, for offenses which are under B point, which is basically bogus invoice ka case, issuing an invoice without supply, they are going ahead and telling up to 1 year in jail plus fine, and minimum jail is 6 months. Done, sir. This point is clear. And one more point I have gone ahead and told over here, F point. If you falsify financial record, or you produce fake accounts or document, or you falsify, or if you furnish false information, whatever information to evade tax, if you have given false information, then they are going ahead and telling for this F wala point ke liye, if you commit or abate the commissioning of an offense under clause F, falsifying financial record and all, you will be sent to jail 6 months. Even if you do it, no amount seen. Baba, if amount is more than, if amount is more than 2 crore or more than 5 crore, you will come over here. But amount less than 2 crore, then sir, then Baba, they are telling even if you do it, you will be sent to jail minimum 6 months or fine or both, which is there. F point ke liye, always remember, F point के लिए minimum jail is 6 months or fine or both. ठीक है? If it is not F वाला point, if it is bogus invoice point 1, 2, 3, all the 3 are applicable. If it is other than bogus invoice, any offenses which you have gone ahead and done, then Baba, second point and third point only is applicable for any other offenses to be sent to jail. Done, sir. This point is clear. Always remember section number 132 wala offenses. If you go ahead and do it again subsequently, then any amount they will not see. Now the amount and all, any amount you will be sent to jail 5 year plus fine, and minimum jail is 6 months, which is there. Subsequent offenses gone, Baba, gone. 5 year jail is there. Done. Now here one section number 138 also I like it. A graded again. Important section from this. Compounding. Baba, pay honey, money and you will be left. Baba, supposingly you are sent to jail. Sir, if I am sent to jail, my reputation will go. Please don't send me to jail. So government went ahead and told over here, okay, we will not go ahead and send you to jail. Plus, please pay money and we will not send you to jail. That is told by section number 138. Compounding. Any offenses before or after institution of prosecution, means commissioner has already gone ahead and sent a letter saying take him to jail. Baba, if commissioner has already gone ahead and passed one order over here, any offenses before or after institution of prosecution be compounded, means even if prosecution has been instituted, means it has started, before or after you can pay the money and you will be left. Compounding can be done. They are telling, but there is no compounding. A person who has been allowed to compound with respect to an offense under 132, basically all these offenses which are there, if you are allowed compounding once, second time compounding will not be allowed. It says a person who has been allowed to compound with respect to 132A to F, H, I, L, basically all of them only. Baba, in between G is omitted, J and K is omitted. So they are telling all these offenses ke liye, if you are allowed to compound once, second time compounding is not allowed. A person who has been accused of committing 132(1)(b), basically bogus invoice, one time also compounding will not be allowed. Remember, all these offenses, first time compounding allowed, second time not allowed. Bogus invoice, one time also compounding will not be allowed. One time also compounding will not be allowed. Please be very careful about it. Then it says a person who has been convicted of an offense under this act by the court. Court already told, send him to jail, 5 years. And you're telling, I'll pay money, honey, and I leave. No, gone. Any other class of person who has been prescribed, those person also compounding will not be allowed. Baba, remember what are the cases compounding is not allowed. Once already compounded, second time compounding is not allowed for 132 wala offenses. Secondly, if bogus invoice case, compounding one time also not allowed. Thirdly, if you are already convicted by the court, compounding not allowed. Fourthly, if it's a class of person who will be prescribed, then also compounding not allowed. This is very, very important. Once they have gone ahead and given a question, please go ahead and do one question on this and go. Everyone, compounding fees. It says where the amount is more than 5 crore or amount is less than equal to 2 crore or up to 5 crore. Means more than 5 crore, more than 2 crore, up to 5 crore. Offense is under 132(1)(a), C, B ke liye compounding is not there. Bogus invoice compounding is not there. A, C, D, E. What is A, C, D, E, sir? A means supplying without invoice. C means availing ITC on the basis of bogus invoice or taking fraudulently ITC. Or you collect an amount as tax but you did not pay it to the government greater than 3 months. Or you are evading a tax or you are fraudulently obtaining refund. Remember one point, everyone. Over here, everyone. Fraudulently obtaining refund. Offenses not covered under A to D. So, Baba, what they are going and telling, these 5 offenses. A, 4 offenses. A, C, D, E. A, C, D, E. B ke liye compounding is not there. A, C, D, E. Remember, they are going ahead and telling over here up to 75% of the amount involved or minimum will be 50% of the amount of tax which is there basically. Done, everyone? 75% is the maximum and minimum over here is 50%. Sir, if the amount is more than 2 crore up to 5 crore, then always remember 60% of the amount, basically the fraud which you have gone ahead and done, 60%, minimum will be 40%. Done, sir? If the offense comes under FHI, Baba, F, falsifying, H, acquiring possession or concerned with transporting, etc. I, receives or concerned with or dealing with goods which he knows are liable for contravention. They are telling 25% of the tax which you have evaded, 25% of the tax which you have evaded, nothing very different over here. If all these above offenses, you try to do it, here it says attempt or abet. If you are helping someone in doing it, then Baba, 25% and 25%, same thing, there is no difference. Done, sir, this point is clear. Baba, remember one thing, A, C, D, E wala offenses, 75%, 60%. 75%, 50%. Then 60% and 40% if the amount involved is 2 crore up to 5 crore. Done, sir. If had other offenses which are there, 25, 25, all 25 only. There is nothing, only these 2 you have to remember. And I am telling you, you will see one question in the exam. Please be very careful about it. Done. Other than that, one small circular is there over here. It says various issues pertaining to applicability of demand and penalty in respect of transaction involving fake invoices. People, quickly go ahead and tell me, are we all clear with compounding over here? Section number 132, you should know. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, 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 clear. Yes, clear, 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 clear. Baba, remember one point, section number 132, read it 10 times and go. It 132 and 138. Very, very important sections. Done, sir. This point is clear. Now, one small circular which is there over here. Everyone listen to me very carefully. One small circular which is there over here. Various issues relating to applicability of demand and penalty in respect of transaction involving fake invoices. So, if you are going ahead and issuing bogus invoice, fake invoices, they have gone ahead and issued one circular. Now, what used to happen? People used to go ahead and issue fake invoices. Now, sir, whether section number 74 will be applicable or section number 122 will be applicable, that used to become a question over here. And that is what is being told over here. For this issue was asked by the people and government went ahead and clarified. It says, issue, registered person A has issued tax invoices to another registered person B. So, one registered person A is there. A has gone ahead and issued another registered person B is there. A is there, a registered person, and another registered person B is there. Okay? A registered person A has issued a tax invoice to another registered person B without any supply. Baba, there is no supply. There is no supply. Okay? Next. State the penal consequences on A. What will be the consequences? Baba, over here what happened? You did not go ahead and supply, but you issued bogus invoice. If bogus invoice ka case is there, supply has not been done. See, Baba, if you have gone ahead and done a supply, then your case will come under section number 74. But if you have not gone ahead and done any supply and you are issuing bogus invoice, then they are telling section number 122 will be applicable. That's all. They are telling, see, fake invoice without any supply does not amount to supply. No demand and recovery under 73 or 74 can be done. No supply, no demand and recovery. But A will be liable for penalty under section number 122 for issuing bogus invoice. Baba, if you go ahead and issue bogus invoice, section number 122 over here, if you go ahead and issue invoice without any supply, penalty will be 10,000 or 10% of the tax, 10,000 or the ITC which you have gone ahead and passed on. So, Baba, A has gone ahead, whatever 10,000 ka penalty will be there, or whatever bogus invoice mein, whatever the GST has gone ahead and passed on, whichever is higher ka penalty will be imposed on him. Done, sir. This point is clear. Again, the second issue, A issues an invoice to B without any supply. A has gone ahead and issued an invoice to B without going ahead. And, okay, A has gone ahead and issued a tax invoice to B without any supply. B further issues an invoice along with the underlying supply to his buyer. Okay, people listen carefully. What are they telling over here? A has issued a tax invoice to another person B without any supply. So what happened over here? A has gone ahead and issued a bogus invoice without going ahead and doing any supply over here. Okay? B further issues an invoice along with the underlying supply to his buyer. Baba, there is a supply. B has gone ahead and done a supply. For an example, C is over here. B has done a supply and for the supply it has gone ahead and issued an invoice. Invoice may output tax liability will come. B will go ahead and take the ITC of this bogus invoice. The ITC will be taken and they will use the ITC to pay the output tax liability over here. So what they are going ahead and telling, uses the ITC on the basis of A's invoice for the payment of liability. Whether B will be liable for demand and recovery or any other provision. Baba, tell me one thing. Here, B has gone ahead and taken the ITC without receiving the goods. ITC taken without receipt of goods. Section number 16 went ahead and told, you can go ahead and you cannot go ahead and take the ITC if you have not received the goods. Receipt of goods is very important and B has contravened section number 16. He will be liable for demand and recovery of ITC and the penalty under section number 74 because he has gone ahead and done a supply. Here section number 74 will be applicable. So here they are telling over here, B has contravened section number 16 and he shall be liable for demand and recovery of the ITC and penalty under section number 74, but no penalty under section number 122 etc. Penalty will not come because he has done a supply. Because he has gone ahead and done a supply, here section number 74 will be applicable on B. But A never did a supply and hence section number 74 can't be applicable. Section number 122 will be applicable. Done, sir. This point is clear. Next. The next issue over here, A issues an invoice to another person B without any supply. B avails ITC and further passes on the ITC to another person C without any supply. A is over here, A went ahead and this is B over here, this is C over here. Here there is no supply. Here also there is no supply. Here he gave a bogus invoice. This guy also went ahead and bogus invoice. So in this scenario, they are going ahead and telling which section will be applicable. State the penal action on A and B. Baba, A has gone ahead and no supply. So no demand and recovery. Baba, is there a supply? No supply. So section number 74 will not be applicable on both of them. But here section number 122 ka penalty will come. Here also section number 122 ka penalty will come. That's all they have told. See over here. Penalty under 122 for A will be 10,000 or the ITC passed on. Yes, sir. Here it will be 10,000 or the ITC which he has passed on. Whichever is higher ka penalty will be imposed on him. B gone. Section number 122 mein two penalty will come. One is the ITC taken. One is the ITC passed on. Both here. Against B, no demand and recovery under 73 and 74 because supply is not there, demand and recovery will not come. Penalty under 122, issuing invoice without any supply. You have gone ahead and issued any, if you have issued invoice without any supply, penalty 10,000 or the ITC passed on, whichever is higher. Sir, first of all, 10,000 or the ITC which you have passed on, whichever is higher. Secondly, penalty under section number 127 for wrongfully going ahead and taking the ITC. Takes or utilizes ITC without actual receipt. 10,000 or the ITC availed, whichever is higher. So people over here, always remember one thing. I'll quickly summarize this. In your ethics, today ethics ka chapter you will go ahead and do, and you will see over there, there are 4 case studies. You must do all of them. You will see one case study might come in the exam. Everyone over here, listen. If you don't do any supply, only bogus invoice, remember one thing, section number 122 will be applicable. If you go ahead and do a supply, then Baba section number 74 is applicable over here. Second case, no supply, no supply. In this scenario, section number 74 to can't be applicable, but section number 122 will be applicable. He has passed on the credit, so 10,000 or the ITC passed on. He has availed also and passed on also 10,000 or the ITC availed, 10,000 or the ITC passed on, whichever is higher, both penalty will come on him. Can I ask you one question? If you guys can quickly go ahead and say over here, C which is there. If C goes ahead and takes the ITC and he does the supply and for his output tax liability, he is taking the credit. My question over here, C went ahead and took the ITC of the bogus invoice. My question over here, C has actually done a supply, section number 122 or section number 74? Quickly tell me everyone. Quick, everyone, quick. Very good. Section number 73 and 74 ka demand and recovery will be done. Here 122 will not be applicable because it's actually a supply. Very good. Love you everyone. Very good. Chalo, we are done with our section offenses and penalties. Listen to me very carefully. Offenses and penalties में the most important section being section number 126, section number 129 which I have told you, section number 126, section number 129. This time my heart says somewhere one e-commerce operator ka question they can go ahead and ask, and this mastermind wala question might be they can go ahead and ask you. Please be very careful about it. Then section number 130, not very important, B graded, 132, 138 and this circular which I have gone ahead and told you are the most important part of this chapter. A plus graded chapter. Students who told me we will leave and go, Baba, don't leave this chapter and go. It is very important from exam point of view. Sir, any amendment from offenses and penalties? There is no amendment in offenses and penalties. I'll do one thing everyone. I'll close my revision on the chapter of offenses and penalties over here. Congratulations people. Done. Now listen, everyone over here. Today I'll be going ahead and teaching till here only. Yes, sir. Sir, now listen. What you are going to do today at home. First of all, appeals and revision, whatever is the questions which are given in the strategy. So, sir, remaining chapter, Baba, I want to spend some more time and do place of supply. So, anyways, for tomorrow, I had to call you for refunds. So, we'll do one thing, everyone. Listen carefully. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and close till over here. So tomorrow the most important section, place of supply and refund. Today I have to go somewhere. Okay, everyone. And so place of supply and refund ka chapter which is there. Place of supply and refund ka chapter which is there. We'll be going ahead and discussing in tomorrow's class. So today's half session which is there, I'll be going ahead and discussing it tomorrow. I'll go ahead and share with you guys one link and we'll have it tomorrow morning, 7:30 to 9:30 or 11:30 approximately. I think we'll be able to finish it. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and complete this portion. Don't worry about it. So today's what we will go ahead and do is you will go ahead and do the appeals and revision ka question and offenses and penalties which is there. Done everyone? Yes, import, export, and this also I'll do it. Don't worry. This also I'll run through. Don't worry. Okay? But tomorrow we'll go ahead and do the most important sections which are there. Don't worry about it. I will cover it. Okay? So today at home, what are you going to do? You are going to do these questions. You are going to read this appeals and revisional question. You can read it. This question you can read it. This question you have to practice. Okay? Don't worry about it. Customs, I'll tell you what is to be done tomorrow. Listen, offenses and penalties when you do, you will also cover today ethics. You will quickly run through the ethics. Okay, everyone? Customs, I'll talk about it tomorrow and I'll tell you what is to be done. Don't worry about it. Okay, sir. Done. Chalo. I'll do one thing, everyone. I'll close my revision over here today. In the next class, we will go ahead and discuss the next chapter which is there. Basically, the next chapter of place of supply will go ahead and discuss in the next class. Done, everyone? Okay. Done, sir. Done. So please, now I'll stop the class over here. Please solve question answers and then come for tomorrow's class. Right, everyone? Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Stopping my class till here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Yeah, I'll share the link in the Telegram today. I'll share the link in the Telegram group today. See Ramesh Soni Telegram group. I'll share the links. Done? Bye, everyone. Have a great day.